is coming on.
What? Oh, this is Tiny Whisk. Hold on a sec. Tiny Whisk lost his head. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Side Dish. It's me, Doug. Amy's not here today, but we have a wonderful substitute, and Landon is here. So
Hi, everyone.
he's running the camera today, and I have to fix Tiny Whisk because I don't know what happened here. He went a little haywire, but there he is. There he's back. Say hi, Tiny Whisk. Hi, Tiny Whisk.
He just got out of the Whisk Hospital.
He did. I just fixed him. So what are we doing tonight? So I could not put anything together quickly today. So I decided, what do I have in my refrigerator? And this is a good, exercise in looking what you have and seeing what you can make. So we're gonna make this crab corn salad with a creamy lemon-dill dressing. You don't need really any salad like greens or anything. You could have them, but you don't need them. So the first thing I want to do though is we want to make this. That is not clean. We want to make the dressing because I want it to sit. How is everybody?
Great.
Yeah, I think it's been good. I've been busy. School is getting ready to start on Monday at the university. Amy's been back in school 2 weeks. She's been settling into that. I think she likes it. It seems to be. How is everybody else? We're good. So, okay, what do we need to make here? So I need a quarter cup of mayonnaise. Mayonnaise. Every good creamy dressing starts with mayonnaise, I think.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever tried that QP mayonnaise?
I have, and it's quite delightful. It's a little bit sweeter than traditional.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's got a little bit of sweetness, but it is good. It is a good sandwich.
What about Duke's? I've heard a lot about that.
I've never really had Duke's. I've seen it, but I mean, I kind of feel like this might sound weird.
It's a South thing.
But I think mayonnaise, it's very similar. Even the Kewpie mayonnaise is, it's pretty close. Like high processed mayonnaise like this. The home mayonnaise is a little different, I think, because it feels like it has, I think it's more of an intense flavor. So, okay. 2 tablespoons of sour cream, not just regular cream. Sour cream. It's got to be sour. It's got to be like this. Oh, I'm so sour about the world. Oh man, there's been a lot going on. This week we had a real sadness happen this week. Our boy Tormund, our orange kitty, who you may have seen, he had stomach cancer, and so we had to make the hard decision this week to put him down. Because he was sick and he wasn't eating, and he probably weighed less than 5 pounds. When our friend Teresa, who is also a vet, who does in-home euthanasia, came, she picked him up to take him out, and she was like, "Oh my God, he weighs so light." And I was like, "Yeah." So he just wasn't able to eat enough with the cancer in his stomach. So when she was feeling after he was gone, there were a lot of cancer nodules in his stomach. So, it was sad, but it is also best for him. And that's a choice that us as the, caretakers of these pets have to make, right? And what is that, hi Annie, and what is that, line in which you want to hold on to the pet because you love them so much and they seem fine, versus that they're actually really kind of in pain, and there's this fine line. You want to be like, "Oh, this is fine. And even up until the point, he was running but he was always only going to get food. And he was really ferocious about getting stuff off the counter. He was eating just raw meat, all that steak and chicken you just have on the counter. I had steaks inside a container from the store, and he ate through, pulled the plastic and ate I'm not kidding. More than you would imagine a little kitty cat could do. So I'm doing about a teaspoon of this Dijon mustard. Now, you don't have to do this, but I want to do it because it's going to add a little extra tang. Oh, hello. About just a teaspoon of that.
Isn't Dijon just such a good flavor?
Oh, man. It's, okay, so I will eat, I have certain things I will eat yellow mustard with. But I really am not a huge yellow mustard fan.
Yeah.
But I really do like Dijon. I love a spicy brown mustard, especially on like a good sandwich. Oof. But bologna sandwiches on white bread, or perfect sandwich bread makes really good bologna sandwiches. With mayonnaise, bologna, one piece of American cheese, and then like yellow mustard is like the best sandwich ever.
What about with a hot dog?
I don't eat mustard on hot dogs.
Tell me you don't put ketchup on it.
I do.
What are you, 7?
Yeah. I decided, and this is a thing. Everybody can like what they like. I can like ketchup on my hot dog. I also put mayonnaise on my hot dog too. So call me a Philistine if you will, but I find that
Fair enough.
What I like though is I like to do a little like really finely chopped red onion, ketchup, and mayonnaise, and I find it to be, for me, the perfect hot dog. I'm gonna about 1 teaspoon of this, tablespoon of this freshly squeezed. So probably just this half of. Yep, that's about what we want. Now, if you wanted to, you could also put a teaspoon of zest in here, but I don't like the way it goes in between my teeth. Let's see. I mean, really, it's kind of been low key for us here at the old Ben Book End. I've got some fresh dill. And part of this, all of this came realistically is because I had this dill and I wanted to make sure I used it. So, ooh, hot dog relish. I love a Chicago dog, but again, a Chicago dog uses brown mustard and not yellow mustard. And they also have, celery salt and the tomatoes and that kind of stuff on there. So I'm getting about 2 tablespoons of this.
Is that from your garden?
It is not. Yeah, my garden is fine. It's not anything spectacular this year, but it's fine. I do have, I'll show you before we go anywhere, but it's about a tablespoon and a half. Again, I have a lot of peppers though. That's kind of nice. I have a bunch of jalapenos and banana peppers, which is a thing. So you did not miss all the things. So the banana peppers are one of those things that I was like, I have the plant, but they're really prolific.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'm going to cut them. I think I'm going to just pickle them, like pickle banana peppers for sandwiches and stuff. And then jalapenos are turning red, which is good. These are turning red. So if you didn't know, banana peppers will turn red. So I got a lot of those, and then I've got a lot of other, some sweet, some hot. I got some cayennes out there. I'm going to try and make that. Yeah, they're good. Okay, so that's in there. I got some parsley, about a tablespoon of fresh parsley. Now again, a lot of this is because I had this sitting here, so I wanted to. Yeah. Otherwise, it's kind of been low key. Amy's just been working on projects. I guess my biggest thing that I've been working on is the Esports Club, which I'm the advisor for. We have a big event coming up in September 14th. It's an in-person LAN event. And I am sort of helping coordinate all of that with them. And realistically, a lot of it's pretty much, most of it's been taken care of. There's a few things we want to do, but if it doesn't come together, it doesn't. But we'll get there. So, okay. This is a little olive oil. I need about 1 tablespoon of this. its veins. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm not. I've had jalapeno. The redder the jalapeno, the typically. Now again, this is typically. The sweeter they are because the carbohydrates and starches in them, not carbohydrates, the starches in there start to break down and convert to sugar, and so you get that. But if you leave all, the intensity of the heat comes from the pith and the seeds and stuff. So if you leave all the white part in there, it's going to be more spicy no matter what. So, that's something to think about in that regard. Do I miss anything? Sour cream, lemon juice, fresh dill, fresh parsley, olive oil. No.
Do you remember that one time we missed an ingredient on the cookies and they were the best cookies ever?
I mean, I think we could probably disagree on the best cookies ever. You might be one of the better actors in the world in your love of how good it was. So I'm just gonna mix this together, and it's a dressing, right? So it's gonna be. I am also gonna add a little salt and pepper once this is moved in there.
Where's my zoom in machine?
Oh, son of a biscuit eater! It's inside. I didn't bring it out. Here, I'll have to be a manual zoom in machine here. Now, you got to taste this, everyone, because you might need to have a little bit more. I can already tell. So, I think it's going to need a little bit more lemon juice. We want to give it some salt and pepper. I think a little just. You don't need too much salt in this, but I want to give it a decent amount of pepper. I think that's going to pair nicely with the freshness of things. Isn't that right, Tiny West? That smells great, Doug. Yeah. So this would be good for like a crab cake topping too, if you were going to make a crab cake. But I think it needs to be, and it says, when you're looking at this, if you need to have, if it's too thick, you can thin it out with lemon juice or a little water. But listen, why get rid of the flavor? So. I don't need too much. Again, it needs to be dressing consistency. I think that's going to be pretty good. Now at this point, Tiny Whisk is getting into overtime here. Okay.
Missing something?
Yeah, maybe. Listen, this is the thing we're going to do tonight. We don't know anything about anything with this. So we're going to make it taste good. So I add a little bit more Dijon. That's going to give it, because right now it kind of tastes a little bit more mayonnaise than I want it to. So Denise said a little heat. So we'll do. We could give it some sriracha. I'm going to just give it a little bit of this, the Calabrian hot crushed chilies, and then they'll sit in there and permeate through. Oh yeah, I think that's, ooh. There's only a little bit left, so there's like a little powder on the bottom too. I got mixed in there. You could also, if you wanted to, you could not use lemons. You could use lime juice for this if you really, really wanted to, but I think the lemons are going to be better suited for the crab. We're going to let it sit. Yep, I saw those seeds going there. Don't worry. So yeah, we got guests next week. Our friends, the Hoyses, will be in town for Labor Day weekend, and so we will figure out what we're going to do with that. I can't decide if we need to pick a night where we're going to make pizzas, but it also has to be not 1,000,000 degrees outside. And if next Saturday fits the bill, then maybe, just maybe, we'll do a pizza oven show. So we'll see. So keep your eyes open for that. Okay. Oh, I got a little bit of that heat from that on the back end, which is probably going to be really good. Okay. I mean, if it were me, I could also throw on a little. You could even do a little Worcestershire sauce or malt vinegar might be good. Rice wine vinegar could also be good. So the next thing we want to do is take this corn that's on the cob and make it off the cob. And again, this is always a fun thing because it just bounces. So. What, Denise? You went to some estate sales and got a couple of things. You said.
I went to one. I got a new wall hanging sculpture, mid-century modern, and then I got Doug some games.
Coming up, Doug today. That's cool. The other thing I'm thinking about doing. So we have they got the laser engraver and laser cutter. I can't decide if I'm going to buy the 4-color T-shirt attachment for it.
You are. You've decided.
And then we could make ourselves T-shirts. And, yep, all that you hear is falling on the ground. So, be sure to reset your station if you have to. I think it's been a bit funny because we also watched the DNC last week, which was really nice. A lot of great moments there. Very exciting stuff. It's kind of weird. The whole world is a little weird, but as we were discussing earlier, it's kind of just want this election to be over.
Yeah. We got about a little less than 3 months.
I know. That's the crazy part. So, okay. So now we're just going to heat this oil up real quick. And then all of this corn is going to go in there. And again, we're just doing a light saute. It doesn't need to be anything more than like 5 minutes tops. Because all we really want it to do is soften a little bit. And so when we're doing that, it will soften and then we're going to cool it down. And that's just going to go into this bowl afterwards and it can sit there while we get all the rest of our shopping done.
Is this corn fresh at this point?
Yeah, I got it a couple days ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
I meant like it wasn't like boiled previously.
No. Nope. It was just off the cob. Sorry. Yes. Fresh is freshy. Well, the other thing I'm doing for the esports club event, which is again, it's a bring your own computer LAN event, is I've been hosting I have a Minecraft server for them. And we're going to be starting our second revision of that. And so I'm getting that ready, which is kind of it's very interesting. And also I understand the complexities of getting something like that done. It's kind of crazy. So, but a lot of people seem to be interested. The other, sir, I'm not cheating on you. I'm providing a service for the students of the University of Nevada, Reno, which is probably why you've noticed I have not been on PvE very much lately because I have been working on that. But the other thing, what was I going to say? Yeah, I've just been trying to get, we have our competitive teams for the esports club that are getting started for the fall competitions for Rocket League and Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. And so, I kind of got to be on top of all that since I'm the dude who's in charge of all that. And, I'm just getting, as I say, it's a lot of stuff going on at once. School's starting next week is one of those things that sort of pushes stuff over the bar. And we've got a few things that we have to meet in terms of that. So, for instance, we have Club Fair on Thursday, and we're working on the final pushes for the event itself. So what's the logistics of the day of? When can we get in the building? What is going to look like? we know what the room's going to look like because we did a tour of that. And we did like a few other things. So it's like all the pieces are where they need to be. It's just they need to coalesce together. I don't need this anymore. I don't need this anymore. Well, that's doing that. Landy, would you like a cocktail?
I would love a cocktail.
Okay. Well, let's clean this so that we don't get corn juice in our lime
Orange juice.
There are people who like juice corn.
Really? I've
Yeah.
never heard of that.
I've seen it a couple of times. They juice corn and then use that that sweetness. I'm like, I don't think I would like that. Okay, so we're just going to have rum and coke. I actually walked by this rum earlier today and I was like, that just sounds like us. It's so simple. It's usually a lot of people's like first foray into booze is getting rum from their parents' liquor cabinet and, making it and then getting Coke. And then it's usually a teeny bit of rum and a whole bunch of Coke. So
In my early college years, that was my cocktail of choice.
I gotta tell you, I had one earlier because I was just like, I was like, I was gonna measure it out, and then I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna do this shit with our heart. And because, like, the one thing I did add to this that I think was a marked improvement is I had a little bit of lime juice, and I added that. And it's the same sort of thing that we found when we added it to like the dark and stormy. I found that it added a nice balance that it's not just like a punch in the mouth of rum. Now, again, we're not measuring anything. I'm going to go what I believe is there's a rim on this glass. And so I'm going to go about there. That's about, I would say, 2 fingers worth of rum. About 2 shots probably.
Yeah.
Same thing here with mine. Beautiful. And then I've got a Coke. Just a delicious ice cold Coca-Cola. And I'm going to add that to it. Because it is delightful. So then I got this delightful lime. And I'm just going to kind of squeeze. I got him. He's blind. Let me put this out there. You can't sue me. You voluntarily came to this house, which absolved me of all any legal liabilities that might happen. Yeah, well, I think everybody's youth ruins them for rum and cokes because it's one of those things that is super like accessible for booze quickly, and rum for the most part, not this rum, but rum for the most part is cheap. So a lot of people are using white rum, which I don't subscribe to in terms of using it in this instance. So
I remember I always did Captain Morgan's.
yeah, a dark rum is what you want. This is a really nice dark rum, so I was like, give it a nice mixy. There you go.
Well, thank you very much.
I'm gonna top her up here with a little bit of, since my bubbles went down.
I've not had one of these in quite a while.
Right? It's kind of refreshing. Like it reminds you of like, I don't know. I also think like I'm really into like liquor that is better tasting than like cheap liquor, and like this is a nice bottle of this this plantation dark rum, and it's really nice. So
Cheap rot gut. Whatever we used to drink.
oh yeah, see when I made this earlier, I didn't put the lime in it right away. And so the first few drinks were very punch in my face, like rum. That is nice and balanced, and the lime is really, really good. So, you must have had a lot of rum and cokes. I can't drink Jägermeister because of that reason. I can't even smell it either. Like even some like liqueurs that are, anise-based liqueurs get me, or anise-based candies, even so.
So no ouzo for you?
So that's the funny part.
That's so funny.
We were at our friend Chris and Lindsay's a couple weekends ago, right? And they had like a kind of a midsummer's night party, like the Shakespeare theme. And there was a drink that she made and a poem that Lindsay read that required to have ouzo in it. And I think, maybe not ouzo, but the rum. There was some nice rum. But the ouzo was there and we were taking shots of it. And that I didn't mind.
Okay.
But I think it's something about the viscosity of Jägermeister and the fact that it just lingers because of that make it not okay. So
It is a little bit more kind of syrupy.
Yeah, it's just kind of a thing that it's just not my bag, baby. I'm gonna put this in the refrigerator. This corn, actually, just because I don't want it to be hot when I add the other ingredients in there. It's not gonna really. Oh my God! There's piss all over the floor. Yeah. Okay. Well, somebody peed all over the floor.
Wasn't me.
Well,
Sorry, Doug. I didn't know where the bathroom
Nobody
was.
indicated that they needed to pee, so here we go.
I was embarrassed.
You were embarrassed? It's Landon who peed on the floor? Damn it, Landon, I can't take you anywhere.
Not even your own house.
Not even my own house. These are just grape tomatoes that I am cutting in half. About a cup's worth. I probably have more than a cup's worth here, but lay it in. I can't get exactly, Pig. He tells me he's housebroken, and then, he pees on the floor. Yeah, I almost fell in it because my sandal slipped. Ooh, don't go anywhere. What's happening? What's happening? Oh my God, there's so much happening. Denise is cleaning up pee. Landon is claiming he did the pee. And I'm over here trying not to cut my fingers with cherry tomatoes.
And you're doing a good job at it, Doug.
I mean,
So far,
So far.
There's some wood to knock on here.
Got it.
Oh, I'm sitting on it.
Yep. I wish that there was more going on. There really isn't. We haven't watched anything that's been. The Bear we've kind of put on hiatus because Amy was really busy and tired at night. And then she's been working on this new miniature scene that is of it's like a seashell shop. It's very, very cool. And then we've been talking about ideas for some Halloween scenes. So,
I couldn't get into that bear show.
really, oh, I love
I
it.
gave it 3 or 4 episodes.
It really, the second season is hits a good stride. The first season's good, but the second season is very good. So I've got some just regular cucumber, and I've got it in strips, so I'm gonna just dice it up into.
I've been rewatching Narcos.
I never watched Narcos because it wasn't that on Showtime.
It's on Netflix.
Oh, Netflix.
I watched it during COVID time when I was living in Georgia, and I thought it was a pretty dang good show.
Nice.
That's the original Narcos, not Narcos Mexico, which is way not as good.
Okay, well that's good. Is that in Narcos? Isn't that where that meme of what's his name is sitting on the swing, looking dejected? Is that from that?
See, I'm not a big meme person, so I don't know.
Memes. Okay, so what do we got here? Half a cup of that, which is probably more than half a cup, but we'll go from there. And then I've got another. We'll take the dill. We're going to take the remaining dill here, and we're going to basically cut from there. If we need these stems, because they're going to add good dill flavor, so don't get rid of them. But whew. I stuffed myself silly with sushi last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when Amy goes out of town, sometimes I take myself to sushi. And so I went last night to the Joint near us.
Uh-huh.
It was quite delightful. I just kind of sat there and, I told Amy I was going to go and be super pretentious and have like a hardback book and sit there by myself and read that book for 2 hours while that happened. So
Did you also have a bottle of expensive wine that you just had to drink right then because it was the right time, like age-wise, to have
no, I wish though. It's funny. Okay, and then the same thing I've got. So I'm going to take this parsley. We don't have a White Castle here,
No, we don't.
and we have In-N-Out, which they're building a new In-N-Out. Did you see that?
No, where?
Right down the road from you. You know where Redwood Grill was on?
Oh, are
and-
you
and
kidding me?
Kitsky? Right
Oh
there.
no,
Yeah.
that's gonna be trouble for me.
Yeah, they just
I
announced
can
it.
walk to there.
Uh-huh. Oh my God! Later you're gonna don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. When you walk down the street, people are gonna play a big tuba as you
Yeah.
walk. Have you guys seen? There's a couple of videos I saw the other day where it was like a guy it was a tuba and a trumpet or something like that, and they were playing it as people were walking, and like it was pretty funny. And some guy like did something, and he like went to shoot a shot and like throwing his trash in there, and he missed, and the trumpet was like wah 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 wah, and it made me laugh pretty hard. So
Yeah, when I walk around after that In-N-Out's there, it'll be a little more struggle for me.
well, you'll be walking there and back, so then
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
That's true.
just don't double it up or get a milkshake and animal fries. I don't know.
I really do love In-N-Out. And a lot of people don't like the fries at In-N-Out, but I actually really, really like the fries.
Yeah, I think they're quite good too. So it doesn't call for cilantro, but I think that corn and cilantro is going to be good, and crab and cilantro can be good, and it's going to be enough just to mix it. And I got the herbs, so this is really kind of why. So I'm not going to use all of this because this is a lot, but I might use some of this for make a little salsa or something with the rest of those tomatoes. I got some rotel, green chilies. Ooh, that'd be good. So we'll use about half. And then I have crab that's already kind of chunk crab in a can, and it's quite good. It says original all natural crab cake blend. We couldn't figure out what that actually meant, so I think it's just crab that might be less chunky, maybe.
That's what I was thinking, more of the smaller shreds.
Yeah. And then 1 tablespoon of green onions, which is probably about one of these.
Don't you just love green onions?
I like green onions. I like onions, to be perfectly
I
honest
do
with you.
too. Yeah.
Like, I have I made like fried potatoes the other day, and we had like red potatoes and white potatoes, like extra of what we made, and like I just used both of them in there, and it was a nice mix. You got a little bit more. People that are, you should use red onions for more like fresh stuff, and it's like, yeah, you can cook with them. I liked it. It was good. They did lose their color. Like a lot of the color like seeped out, so they got a little bit dark, which is cool. Oh, I like it. This is gonna be good because it's gonna be a pungent flavor. Okay. I think that's it, and then just a little salt and pepper when we mix. So now we go get our bowl out of that, and we'll mix up the corn. Oh, Denise is going to meet me halfway. We got some rain today. Did you get much rain by your place, Landon?
I was in Truckee most of the day.
Oh.
We got a lot up there.
Yeah, it kind of came down pretty good here. So this is, it's not totally cold, but It's cool.
We've got weird weather right
It is, yeah. It's so. Last week, this day, the weather was 85 degrees. Today, the weather was 62 degrees. So we had a major cold front come through, bring rain, which was good. We needed the rain. So I'm just adding all the veg and stuff. That's pretty much what we're doing here. I'm going to then toss this together, and then I'm going to add the crab, and then we'll dress it. So, again, you could get some like arugula or some other like, radicchio would be really cool. And have
Oh
that-
yeah.
It's fine.
That's ridiculous.
And you can have that on there as a really nice kind of bed for this. And it would add like some peppery, it would add some,
They got pee all the way over here.
now. What is going on?
Somebody walks when they pees, apparently. You can't take dogs anymore. Now I'm going to just mix this together with this. I can tell you already, it smells really good. Cooking with fresh herb, which is, a lot of that's going to be ready now as your garden is starting to mature. So you want to make sure that you get it. And if you can't use it all that you have, chop it up a little bit, throw it on a sheet pan, throw it in your oven on warm if you've got that setting, and then let it, basically just let it dry out overnight. So this is, again, it's called a crab and corn salad. So all of this fun crab goes in there. This container?
Yeah,
Sure
I'm just
thing.
curious to learn more about it.
To learn more about crabs.
Yes.
Okay, so that is the raw salad. I'm going to add a little salt and pepper to it.
Kellen Ectis crab.
It was a grocery outlet, but it's crab. It smells good. It tasted pretty good when I was
Yeah.
cleaning it earlier. So
Yeah.
now the thing that's going to be is that a lot of the same flavors in the dressing are in this, so that everything's going to be kind of enhanced together, which is going to be really, really good. If you were doing it like an end of the year party, summer party, this would be a really good thing to add to it. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be good. And then you just kind of pour it in a little bit. And I'm gonna mix it. So you get it distributed. And then we're gonna add the rest. The other thing, this is, might seem like a lot of dressing, but there's not anything in here. It's like pulling it, binding it together.
Yeah.
So. And that's going to be good. I can already tell it smells good.
It's looking good.
So I just kind of was like, you don't need too much of anything. Like again, just a quarter cup of mayonnaise and 2 tablespoons of sour cream and lemon juice, and you've got a good amount of dressing. Oh yeah, oh that. So we're having steaks for dinner, and I had Landon also get some crusty bread. Excuse me, because I think crusty bread with this and like the steak is going to really kind of pull it together.
Yeah, I
like,
think
in
it'll be
terms of
really
a-
good.
Yeah. All right, so let me just have a little. Make sure I get a little bit of everything here. That's good. That's really good. That's really good. The thing that's good about it is that there's no one flavor that really is kind of overwhelming anything else flavor wise. Because I thought, well, maybe the veg for like the herbs might be too much, but no, it's good. I'm really happy with this. And again, if you wanted to throw in, you could, like I said, I think adding a bed of like arugula or like some other kind of hardy leaf is good. Yeah, it's good, huh?
Yeah, it's very good. All the herbage, it's very like fresh and light.
That's the thing I like about it too, because I was like, I could throw, like I said, I could throw like just regular leaf, like salad leaves in there, but I feel like it would. I think they would fold and become denser. The thing about this is it's nice and light.
Well, I just got some parsley.
Right? It's
Yeah.
yeah. You gotta give Denise a little taster. You can tell me what you think. Get yourself a fork. Man. I'm really good. I'm gonna when we throw this in the fridge and finish everything up. This is gonna be really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a winner.
100%. Right? It's like none of the flavor and the heat that you said, adding that little bit of like pepper or like dried calabrese, like pepper flakes in there. I think it adds a nice, like on the back end, a really nice fuller, like almost. It's really
He doesn't
good.
like a little heat on the back end.
Yeah, I'm really happy with this. So
Yeah.
and look, it's 7:42. We were yapping. We made a cocktail. Half an hour, you could put this together. Throw it in your fridge while you're getting the rest of your meal done. I think you're going to be a real hit of any party you go to.
I agree.
Okay, well, I mean, I don't have anything else. Do you guys have anything else you want to talk about?
Even if you have a bad personality, you'll still be a hit if you bring this dish.
You just have to don't say anything. Just introduce the salad and say, I brought this crab and corn salad with other veg. They're stuck to the bottom of the bowl. But I think even sitting a little bit longer,
Yeah.
melding is
I was just thinking that.
It's just gonna make it better.
Because I think that onion flavor is really nice, but it's going to like really kind of go through. So, like corny crab. Yeah, when I posted it on Facebook, I said I'm going to tell corny jokes, and then I did. I was like, "Don't be crabby. Just come watch the video." So, yeah, thank you for coming as always. Because who knows what's going to happen next week? Probably a lot, but we'll be here. Landon will not. You're traveling again, right?
No, well, I don't travel until Monday. Wait, I'm getting confused. I might be.
All right. Well, maybe Landon will be here too. What a joy that will be. And then we'll be here though, Denise and I for sure. Amy will be here, and our friend the Hoistes will be here. So until then, remember to be kind, be loyal, do something nice for somebody next week. It's really important. It's coming to the fall, and people need to be checked in on, and just like, hey, how's it going? And that's kind of all you need to do sometimes. And remember that we love you, and we will see you next week. Bye-bye.
Stop streaming.
Hold on. Turn the mics off, and then go down to